They say you can run from a person, but can you run from a dream? From a prayer you didn't know you'd answered. I left Cape Town in the dark, but the darkness I was running from, it was already inside me. The smell of Soweto greeted her first: dust, smoke, life. It was a perfume of belonging and a sting of failure. Gogo, small and fierce, wrapped her in arms that felt like warm, strong roots. She said nothing about the sudden return, just held her. The house is clean. The kettle is on. The brothers, Sifo and Tobo, were excited, peppering her with questions about Cape Town and the big car from her photos. She gave them crisp notes from the stolen cash, told them to buy school shoes and meat for a proper stew. The lie slid out easily: the car is being serviced. Her old room was as she left it. The poster of Michelle Obama. Her neatly stacked matric textbooks. The weight of her old life pressed on her, a simpler skin she could no longer fit into. That first night, in her own small bed, she prayed for a dreamless sleep. She got the opposite. The landscape was the same: the bruised sky, the cracked earth. But this time, she wasn't alone. A few paces ahead, trudging under an identical load of dark stones, was the woman from the photograph, Funmi. She turned her head, her eyes hollow with exhaustion and recognition. "You are the new one," Funmi's voice echoed, not a sound but a thought in the barren air. "He found you when I grew weak. The city he is building, it grows heavier." "What city?" Molly's dream self asked, her spirit straining. "His city of fortune. Built not with bricks, but with the spirit of others. We are the laborers. He is the architect." Funmi stumbled, and one of her stones turned to black smoke. "He will come for you. The contract is not broken by distance. It is in the bracelet, in the stones, in the food he fed you." Molly looked down. The beaded bracelet was still on her wrist. She hadn't taken it off. She woke up screaming, the taste of dust and despair in her mouth. It was 3 a.m. Her body ached as if she'd run a marathon. Lulu and Thandi came the next day, a united front of love and suspicion. They sat in the tiny yard under the peach tree. "Start from the beginning, Moles." "The real beginning," Thandi demanded. Molly told them everything. The apartment, the BMW, the dreams, the study, the ledger, the word disposed. Lulu, usually all laughter, was grim. "This is muti of the highest order. This is not just a skabu from Nigeria. This is a businessman. He didn't just want to use you, he wanted to own you." Thandi leaned forward. "My cousin's friend, the one with the Congolese man," she said, "the only way out was to find a Sangoma stronger than him. To reverse the spiritual contract. But that costs money," Molly whispered, the stolen cash in her backpack feeling both like a lifeline and a curse. "And you have it," Lulu said bluntly. "The money you took. Use it to fight him. Before he finds you." As if summoned by the words, Sifo came running from the front gate, his eyes wide. "Molly. There's a big, black car. Like in the movies. It just drove past, real slow." The three women rushed to the front window. There, idling at the end of Mzola Street, was a sleek, black Mercedes-Benz G-Class. The windows were tinted midnight. It sat there for a full, terrifying minute, then slid away like a predator retreating into tall grass. Chijioke had found her. 2 days later, Gogo collapsed while hanging washing. It wasn't a dramatic fall. She just sat down heavily, her face ashen. "The world is spinning, Ntombai Yam," she murmured. "And there is a taste of iron in my mouth." The clinic doctor found nothing obviously wrong, slightly high blood pressure, a little fatigue. But Gogo, a woman who had survived decades on sheer woe, grew weaker. She slept most of the day, muttering in her sleep about a dark birds at the window. Mama Noma, the Gatesville herbalist, had given Bolly her number. Bolly called, her voice cracking with panic. His anger has found a target, Mama Noma said, her voice crackling down the line. He cannot reach your spirit directly while you are awake and fighting, so he attacks the root, your family. Your grandmother's spirit is strong, connected to yours. He is shaking the tree to loosen the fruit. What do I do? Bolly cried. You must come to me. But not alone. Bring the things he gave you. And the things you took from him. We must speak to the ancestors. We must show them the theft. That night, Bolly went to bed determined not to sleep. But the exhaustion was a tidal wave. She was back in the desert. This time, Chijioke was there. Not in spirit, but as a vast, shimmering presence in the sky, like a heat haze forming a face. Bolly, the voice boomed, shaking the very ground. You took what is mine. You upset the balance. Return to Cape Town. Put on the ring. Fulfill your contract, and your grandmother will be well. Continue to disobey, and the sickness will spread. To your brothers. To your friends. In the dream, Bolly did something she hadn't done before. She stopped walking. She strained against the invisible yoke on her shoulders and let the load of stones crash to the ground. I am not your donkey, she screamed into the purple sky. My name is Molly Halongwain. I am from Zola Street. My spirit is my own. The shimmering face contorted in rage. The ground beneath her feet began to crack. She woke up, not screaming, but with a new, hard resolve burning in her chest. The fear was still there, but it was now welded to a fury as deep as her bones. She went to Gogo's bedside. The old woman's eyes fluttered open. I saw you, Gogo whispered, her voice thin but clear. In my dream. You were standing tall in a storm. You must face this, child. Not with his money, but with your truth. Clean your own house. Scene 6, The Gathering. The next morning, Bolly emptied her backpack onto her bed. The stolen cash. The photograph of Funmi. And the beaded bracelet. She called Thandi and Lulu. We are going to Gatesville. To Mama Noma. And I need you with me. She then did the hardest thing. She took a small cardboard box and went to the living room. From the bottom of her school trunk, she pulled out the only things of beauty she'd owned before him, a single gold-plated earring from Gogo, a scarf from Lulu. She added the last of her dignity. She walked to the sposa shop on the corner where a man with a beaten silver Toyota Corolla offered taxi services. She negotiated a price to Gatesville, paid with Chijioke's money, and got in the car with her friends. As they drove away from Zola Street, Molly looked back. She saw Saifo at the gate, waving. She saw the humble, clean house. She saw the life she'd almost traded for a view. She wasn't going to Mama Noma just for protection. She was going to declare war. Not with a lawyer or the police, but in the only arena Chijioke truly understood, the spiritual battlefield. To be continued.